Just in, Princess Leonor de Bourbon-Ortiz marries HRH Christian, Royal Joy live from Denmark. It's official, it's finally happened. Spain just stopped breathing for a moment, and Denmark is roaring with celebration. Because no one thought they'd see this, not this soon, not this beautifully. Today, Her Royal Highness Princess Leonor de Bourbon-Ortiz has married HRH Prince Christian of Denmark, in a royal event that has already rewritten modern history, a day that blends love, duty, and legacy in ways no one could have imagined. The unbelievable morning in Copenhagen. The skies over Copenhagen were calm, soft, and golden as dawn broke. But behind palace gates, a quiet storm of emotion moved through the halls of Amalienborg. From Spain to Denmark, millions tuned in, waiting, watching, wondering if this was truly the day. And then, the palace doors opened. Princess Leonor appeared, calm, radiant, and visibly emotional, her gown glimmering with tiny silver threads inspired by Spain's royal crest. Her veil, handcrafted in Madrid, carried delicate embroidery of olive branches, a symbol of peace, unity, and everlasting devotion. Royal watchers gasped. Journalists whispered. Even seasoned royal correspondents, those who have covered royal weddings for decades, admitted this one felt different. There was love here, real love. The emotional arrival. As Leonor's car approached the Danish royal chapel, thousands lined the streets waving both the Spanish and Danish flags. It wasn't just a royal union, it was the binding of two nations through something deeper than politics, through heart. Queen Margrethe II was seen smiling warmly as she greeted King Felipe and Queen Letizia, who stood side by side, visibly proud. King Felipe's eyes glistened. A father's pride, mixed with the bittersweet knowledge that his daughter, Spain's future, had just stepped into her next chapter. Queen Letizia held her hand close to her chest, her expression said everything words could not. The ceremony begins. Inside the royal chapel, the music began. Strings echoed through the marble halls. The cameras caught Leonor's first step down the aisle, slow, steady, and breathtakingly graceful. Every movement carried purpose. Every glance was a chapter in a story the world had waited years to see completed. Prince Christian waited at the altar. His expression said it all. Not a prince today, just a man, deeply in love. As Leonor reached him, he whispered something softly, inaudible, but enough to make her smile through tears. It was that small moment, unplanned, unfiltered, that reminded everyone this wasn't just a royal duty. It was love, honest and pure. The vows heard around the world. When Leonor spoke her vows, the world went silent. Her voice, calm but full of emotion, echoed through every corner of the chapel, broadcast to millions around the globe. She didn't sound like a princess rehearsing her lines. She sounded like a woman standing before her destiny. Christian's vow followed, a promise to stand beside her not just as a royal, but as her equal. His words carried the weight of a man who understood what she carried, the crown of Spain, the expectations of generations, and the hopes of her people. The moment of crowns and rings. When the rings were exchanged, a quiet murmur moved through the crowd. The Spanish royal family watched closely. The Danish royals nodded in approval. Then came a symbolic moment, the placement of a single golden crown emblem between the bouquets on the altar. It wasn't tradition. It was Leonor's idea, a gesture of shared heritage, of modern love meeting ancient monarchy. That's when applause erupted. Tears flowed. Even the royal guards, ever stoic, blinked back emotion. The balcony. Moment. After the ceremony, the newlyweds emerged on the palace balcony. The crowd below was a sea of color, Spanish reds, Danish whites, golden banners of joy. Leonor waved. Christian placed a gentle hand on hers. Cameras clicked. The air itself seemed to freeze. And then, the kiss. Simple, elegant, real. A moment that transcended borders, headlines, and royal formality. Within minutes, the world reacted, trending across platforms. Royal Wedding 2025, #Princess Leonor, #Copenhagen Ceremony, #Future Queen of Spain, #Royal Love Story. Behind the scenes, the human story. While millions celebrated, behind closed doors, something more intimate was unfolding. Leonor was seen embracing her mother, whispering something emotional. Queen Letizia smiled, tears visible. King Felipe placed his hands on both their shoulders, saying quietly, "Spain will be proud today." It was a moment of family, not formality. And it's those glimpses that remind us, royalty may wear crowns, but their hearts still feel everything we do. A royal reception like no other. The reception at Fredensborg Palace was nothing short of magical. Spanish guitar music filled the grand hall, mixing with Danish string ensembles. The menu reflected both nations, Spanish olives and seafood, Danish pastries and honey cakes. When Leonor and Christian shared their first dance, the lights dimmed. The crowd went silent. Every movement was poetry, the same grace she carried at military academies, now softened by love and destiny. The legacy begins. This wedding marks more than a royal union, it's the dawn of a new chapter in European monarchy. For the first time in centuries, two future monarchs of neighboring kingdoms share not just friendship, but a future together. Spain celebrates not just a princess married, but a queen in waiting, one whose reign will be defined not by distance, but by devotion. And Denmark. Denmark gained more than a daughter-in-law. They gained a bridge, between north and south, tradition and progress, crown and heart. As fireworks illuminated the Copenhagen skyline, Leonor and Christian looked upward, hands intertwined. It wasn't just a celebration, it was history being written in real time. Later that evening, as the festivities softened and the music faded, Leonor stood on a quiet balcony overlooking the city lights. For the first time, she allowed herself to breathe, no cameras, no audience, just a soft breeze and the sound of distant bells. Her words to Christian were simple, heartfelt. "Spain feels far tonight, but my heart feels home." He smiled, kissed her hand, and replied, "And the world just witnessed the beginning of forever." Only 1 in 10 viewers here is subscribed. If you love Leonor's story, her courage, her elegance, and this incredible royal journey, join the community. Because history is just beginning.